Hey everybody, welcome to the Fall 23 semester and our Organizational Behavior class. So I'm Coleman Patterson. I'll be the lead instructor for this course. I'm in my third year teaching with Texas A&M Corpus Christi in the online MBA program. Do the Org Behavior class, have done the leadership class and the entrepreneurship class. So as many of you know, we just ended summer 2 like 48 hours ago, and now we're getting ready for this next one. So as a way of introduction, just wanted to make this video. I think it's faster than typing out everything, and you'll kind of see working with me this term that I like the videos. So be sure to watch them. So again, that's me. Just some things to go through real quick. The book. So I've got links to the book in the welcome announcements in Blackboard and also on the syllabus, and it looks like this. Okay, so McShane is the lead author. It's the 5th edition of the organizational behavior class. So these two authors also have another one that's very similar, kind of confusing, but really more toward an international audience. So again, if you can track one of these down as quick as possible, that'd be great. Thursday is usually our day to do textbook assignments, but I'm actually pushing the back to next Sunday. So you got all week to track down. If you have a problem, just let me know and I can help you out on that. You don't need anything extra other than the book. So if you want to rent a book or an ebook, get a loose leaf copy like this, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so going to track that down. Next thing about this course, some of you probably have been in one of my classes. This can be structured very similar to those other ones, and that I don't want to just emphasize memorization, reading stuff, regurgitating facts. Okay, the goal of this whole thing is to be able to apply it. So we do want to acquire and learn new information, but the goal is to make it real and relevant and seeing how it connects in our lives and in the workplace. So as we get into this and as you start looking through the syllabus, you'll see that we're going to have a bunch of reflections. So again, I'm not calling it a research paper, calling it these reflections, these individual observations, and hey, this is how it happened at work. This is interesting, you know. That's what we're looking for. So first person writing style. Now don't be too lackadaisical in writing this. Still be formal in your writing, but a first person style is absolutely fine. So looking at the syllabus, you'll see that we've got one due every Thursday, and then we've got one due every Sunday. So the Thursdays are typically the ones that are going to be more focused on the book, and then the Sundays will be ones that applied in different ways, bring in supplemental ideas to get you to think about it. So references, and I'll mention this, you'll see this at least through the first couple weeks. If you do references, so in these reflections, which are more informal than a formal research paper, if you do want to cite something from the book, what you can do is just block it off in parentheses, put a page number, and we'll know that it came from the book. You don't need a separate reference page to indicate the book. We'll know that it came from the book. If you want to bring in stuff from the outside and use other sources, what we do ask then is to use APA style and to include an extra reference page at the very end. So again, I'll bring that up kind of over and over again as we get started. Usually what we find is a lot of people, the first time they're in one of these classes with me and our instructional team, they're not used to it, but that usually just takes a week or so, and then we're kind of on the same page. So if you go in and submit these first ones, and you're like, what do I need to do to improve? I promise. We've been doing this for nearly 3 years, kind of semester after semester, and students pick up on the style real quick. So speaking of that, I've got a great instructional team. We've got Alex Burnett Hayes and Larry Thompson are helping me again this term. They were the first two that I got connected with when I started with the MBA program a few years ago. We work real well together, kind of think alike. They're going to be the ones that are primarily going to be looking at your work. Okay, so we're all instructional team, but they're available to help and answer questions and give suggestions. They're both pros. They've been doing this a long time, and they're very knowledgeable. They're really good. So if there are specific questions on an assignment, hey, you know, a particular grade or what might, they're going to be the ones who are the best on that. I'm there to field all the other questions and really to answer those questions too. But really, I encourage you to reach out to Alex and Larry to help with that. On the assignments, when they come in, so you'll submit them all through Blackboard, kind of as probably doing all your other classes. And we are going to run it through Safe Assign. So just kind of realize with Safe Assign, it's looking for similarity with things that are already out there. So again, just use your own words, and also realize that if you submit one and then you realize, hey, I want to have another attempt. We give you 3 attempts so you can submit, and then, hey, I need to add something. You can do that. If you get beyond 3 attempts and still need to, just let us know. And Alex and Larry know how to clear stuff out and to enable another one as well. But if you get in the habit of copying over the whole question and putting it into your response for each of your reflections, realize that other people in the class are going to be doing the same thing, and so that safe science score is going to be a little higher. And like I said, if you submit one and then you come back and submit another one, and it may have already recognized that you submitted the first one, that's going to be a high score. So any of that weird stuff, just let us know, and we'll figure that out. Also, kind of in this interesting world, is we're in this new generative AI, the ChatGPT world. It's like a lot of things. It can be used for good, and it can be used to create trouble too. Let's use it for good. So I like it because it's really cool in what it can do. You may want to use it as kind of a little supplemental thing, just to get some extra information. But I've also seen, typing in some of our theories, that they're not exactly kind of as I would describe them. So I kind of like them as a way to kind of confirm what you're doing, but also to critique. And so that you know it well enough where you can look at the ChatGPT and say, hey, that's not exactly 100% correct. So again, just use your own words, and we won't have a problem. That's the same kind of lesson with that safe sign. We want your ideas, your experiences. Nobody should have the exact same experiences, and no one should use the exact same words to describe the experiences. Okay, so the safe sign scores should be pretty low. Videos, let me tell you about this. So if you've seen the syllabus, on Sundays, we have our Sunday reflections. Like I said, the bigger ones are on Thursdays, and then the kind of lighter ones, more applicable, I think more fun in a lot of ways, are on Sunday. You can either type those, or I like making videos. I can say a lot more stuff, okay, a lot more words in a lot shorter amount of time making a video than having to type it all out. So if you would like to do that, that'd be absolutely fine. But because we have such a big class, we kind of ask that you do it kind of one way, because we know that one way works. So you can record it on your phone, as I'm doing right now, and then you can load it up to a personal YouTube account. And then when you save it, you can save it as unlisted, which is just available to you and the people who get that link. And then send us a link. You could submit the link through Blackboard. Just kind of say, hey, I'm doing it, this week through the video, and here's the link. That works absolutely fine. I kind of prefer. Oh, also, while we're on this, while you're watching my videos, I've got recorded supplemental videos and some lectures and some other things. I don't know if you're aware, but in YouTube, you can actually you can change your playback speed. So if you go to that little gear looking thing, you can see it on this video. You can go to playback speed, you can make it a little faster or a little slower, or just normal speed if you want. So as you're going through my instructional, my videos this semester, if you want to speed me up, that's absolutely fine. Another thing, which always kind of looks weird at the beginning, but it actually kind of makes really good sense, is we have students from all across the country. I've had students from Hawaii. I've had students on other continents before. So the due dates, the times, I express them in Central Standard Time. But for those of us here in the U.S., I pushed the due date out till 5:05 a.m. the next morning following the due date. So assignments will be due Thursday night by midnight and Sunday night by midnight, and I will post that as kind of reminders as we go through it. But realize if you submit before 5:05 a.m. Central Time, the next morning, we're not going to count off late. So Blackboard's kind of set up to let us know any of the assignments that came in after that. If there are any issues that arise, again, we and you are all busy people. We're juggling family and work and school. Things come up. And so if something comes up and you need a little bit more time, just send me a note and let me know, and I'll be in touch with the instructional team. So I think that's about it. As we get started and get rolling, like I said, I'm a big fan of trying to keep y'all aware and alert of what's coming up and what's going on. And so I'll post regular announcements and with some of the material, supplemental videos through the week. So also, I will release assignments on Friday afternoon that are due the next week, but I'm not going to make the big official announcement until Sunday, because we have Sunday stuff rolling in from the current week. I don't want to start confusing what's out there and what's due, just to keep everything as straight in your head as possible. But if you start looking on Friday afternoons, you'll see that those things are just kind of mysteriously all of a sudden available. I'll make the big announcement on Sunday. Thursday reflection will be due on Thursday, and then the Sunday we'll finish out that week. So I'm looking forward to it. This is great material and information, and I think once you become aware of it, you'll start to see it everywhere. Again, as aspiring and current business leaders and managers, this is the good stuff. This is about people. Organizations are made up of people, and without people, it's just empty buildings and unused equipment. So being able to understand these different org behavior, psychology, sociology dimensions is just so important. And like I said, it should be fun to learn because we experience it every day. So that's it. Looking forward to it. Again, any questions, just send them my way. Bye-bye.